Hello everyone, welcome to Game 2 of RTA vs Gombill.
How's it going, buddies? I hope everyone will be excited, because today will probably be better than yesterday as well.
Yeah, I'm expecting a countdown, obviously. So that will be pretty interesting, because Gombill is basically the master of weird stuff. But Real Time Attack also knows many weird strats.
Yeah, I mean, he said yesterday that he might as well go for something fun this round if it doesn't, like... He has nothing to lose at this point, he just wants to enjoy his time.
Yeah, and I guess we are enjoying it as well. I mean, he won't pick categories, but even those have been pretty interesting so far.
Yeah, it's just he's doing them on English, so if the other person doesn't agree to play in English, then it's kinda annoying.
Yeah, then it's basically GG. So Gombill is picking his mode at any second now. And he does spin the wheel. That's nice.
Yeah, the hype is real.
Okay, so gonna prepare this, I guess. I can close that. I prepared the countdown layout already, so it's not needed anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like that type of goal will be suitable for like an image, or if it'll just be some sort of text.
I'm usually just putting text on screen, because an image does use quite some space, and with the text I can make the gameplay bigger than with bingo boards and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I still don't see Gombill stream. Seems to be
He's
offline.
still offline. But I think he got it figured out. He'll play without sound, which puts him at a slight disadvantage.
Well, he can use sound from his TV, I guess. Unless he plays from...
I think his stream will be without sound. That's what he meant.
Oh, there he is. Okay, so I'm gonna crop him again. That's wrong. I think this is right. And then... Oh, we're reading up already?
I'm not sure if they set a file name.
Let me do that.
Interfering with the OCS admin. He's really happy.
Doing his work here.
Yeah, well, good thing we figured it out, because last time they just came up with random stuff.
Okay. And the race will start. Alright. We have a restriction race. No, we don't have a restriction race. Oh my god.
Well, it is.
Holy shit.
This one's going to be exciting.
Okay, I'm gonna put this up. Battle mode.
That's really amazing. Okay, what the hell just posted it?
Okay. Looks like it fits. And I want to add the wheelchair as well. There we go.
Yeah, so to give some background information, we used to have a race where you had to collect all 100 Skulltulas without hookshot, longshot, or boomerang. And that one took quite some time. This one is like an easier version because you can skip half of them. Of course, duping is banned, but I'm not sure where you dupe anyway without hookshot. Or I guess you could hover to dupe, but
Yeah.
it's not explicitly stated, but it says 50 different gold Skulltulas, so if you dupe, they only count as one.
A skull counter. That would be cool, but I don't really have tools for that.
Let me see if I can find one really quickly. But that would be probably hard to have an instance for that.
Like,
for each player then.
I could make a spreadsheet or something, but that that would look great.
I mean, we could do at worst something from, like, steal something from the countdown, but
Yeah, but we need 2 of those, and it would be cool if OBS had something like that.
we had a Skulltula tracker tool for the very first. It was in some race where we did that. I think I did it in. Either it was something like a past race recording where I tried to show off like an easy route or something. But yeah, maybe we should like explain, or while you're trying to fix the stream, I'll talk a little about the goal. So there are lots of skulls which you can grab easily by just like jump slashing or killing a skull that's on the ground. For example, if you use the soil spot pieces. But of course you're allowed to use glitches, and that allows you to do lots of hovers. So if you're just against a wall, you can bomb hover all the way up. Or for example, the token in Graveyard as Child, you can do a teleport, super slide to get onto the seam, kill the token and get down. And we'll see a lot of those. So one thing that's not completely clear to some might be, can you obtain the hookshot to enter a forest temple more easily, for example? But I think it says never get them, so neither on B nor from the chests.
Okay, so this is the best layout I've ever done, that we will see soon. Oh my god, this is so bad. Where do I put this? I guess right here.
But yeah, so the idea is to avoid the skulls which take the longest or are the hardest to do. So Water Temple is going to be cut really short. There's one skull which you can get without shield or anything. It just needs a sword. But entering Water Temple for one skull isn't really worth it unless you're trying to fill stuff in the end. So I think we could see trial only here, but that would still be tough.
Okay.
Since you're going child heavy, I think that RTA will actually get Ocarina, so he has faster escape options later. Seems like Gombill is going to go for no Ocarina at the moment. Just do Vine Clip probably. Yeah, it might be worth it to get Sunsong here just because you need so many night cycles.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Okay.
So in general, you try to avoid things which don't benefit you much. For example, iron boots are necessary to get the Lake Hylia laboratory skull. But since you have a lot more skulls which you can grab fairly easily, you'll probably skip that one and grab something else instead.
Okay, so now I want to have a quick glance at this. Like, this is not good. Okay, this is better. Alright. So, stream is working now.
That's great news. There was not too much special stuff happening. RTA just got his Ocarina, or is about to get it. Gombill is collecting the skull. That'll also make it night by the time he's leaving Kek.
Oh, rip.
We've had multiple OCS goals relating skulls. Some of them were like overworld heavy, some of them were dungeon heavy. This one is, yeah, interesting. I think the one which got closest to it was where you were on the, I think it was called Skulltula Hunt, where you had to get 20 skulls, but for every item you collected on top, you had to grab 5 more.
Yeah, but I feel like in that one, it's not too beneficial to skip hookshot, for example. Not sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, some people did child only, but it's definitely faster to go adult and grab hookshot because it gives you access to so much stuff easily. The problem is just like, yeah, how do you want to do stuff? Because the problem is like 40 skulls as a child is not a big deal, but the remaining 10 will cost you dearly. So that's where you have to take into consideration, do I want to grind for everything, or do we go for alternate strats?
The interesting thing about this is no one really expects a goal like this, and you can't really prepare in a way. Like, you probably want to know at which point you go adult, and I think that's really hard to figure out in this one.
Well, I mean, you could also go adult and go back in time, but that is kind of a waste, but it might make backtracking easier. Yeah, we'll see a lot of interesting strats for like which player does which strat to get the skulls.
Why does it not update? Oh my god, Ripper. The tracker doesn't update.
Dang, that's a shame.
Where is it? There. Rip. Match window title. That should be better. There we go.
Gombill is heading into bottom of the well as RTA collects these cuckoos. So we won't see too many items being skipped besides the obvious 3. Like hover boots will be helpful, bomb shoes and bombs will be helpful. Other things like a bow won't be super important, so it's only used for 1 skull in Deku Tree if you don't do it as child.
Yeah.
and it's really far out of the way. I don't think they'll get CL either.
You don't really profit that much from doing Deco's adult in this one, I think, because you can't use hookshot anyway.
Yeah, right.
Gombill
Yeah,
getting
we'll
nuts
see.
again. Like, that's his favorite chest, it seems.
Well, good thing this one doesn't open chest. Like, it doesn't restrict your chest open.
No, that was also a crazy race.
Yeah, OCS is really getting the best of us.
I guess this time Gombill will get the skull here, right?
Oh yeah,
He doesn't.
he's heading into the crawl space again for extra glitch.
I would have expected him to grab the skull first, but I guess this works for him.
I don't actually know why. It's not like it would be too crazy to go there. Like when he's doing all 3 skulls in bottom of the well as a goal, pretty sure he goes there right away.
Yeah, it also fits really well because you don't lose your shield. But I guess you can do the strat without losing your shield right in the end as well. But then you have to end on that. Well, but now there are the fire keys and he doesn't have the Hylian shield, so that's also kind of stupid.
Yeah, and I mean he could grab the rupee chest and get another one afterwards, but yeah, it's really awkward. But yeah, bottom of the well is not a skull I wanted to miss out on.
Yeah, like that's so easy, I feel.
Yeah, they aren't slow either. Like you get the keys almost for free. Just that one key in the end, which is a little bad. Alright, there you go. Let's see how Gombill nails this. Oh boy, what a legend.
I'm delayed again, Ripper.
I thought you were delayed, so I waited for 5 seconds. Oh no. Okay, I'll know in the future then. But yeah, both of them getting choose.
A Link to the Future.
Between worlds.
Yeah, but so much for Vine Clip is faster than Ocarina Dive.
I mean, Gombill got a skull in river, but yeah, I mean, he did. Okay, so I don't know if skipping World of the World completely is a good choice. I mean, there are enough skulls to grab.
Yeah.
But I think especially at the beginning when you aren't exactly sure which ones you're going to get, you'll definitely settle for the mediocre ones. And there's no benefit of a second trip on the well because you don't have Boomerang.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't think that these skulls are even that slow. Like, you can just say, skip the one, like the Chewhava one, and then you can also skip a key. And that's pretty fast, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd go for. Okay. That's a cool strat.
That's not what you see every day.
Yeah, I think the other one is easier. We just let it detonate by ISG.
Yeah, sometimes when you watch these matches, there's at least one player who constantly pulls out setups that you've never seen before. And that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they do strats just to remind you that you should step up your game.
Yeah, I think the comparison between like, I mean, we have so many talented players, and they all have like different skills. Like our OCS top 16, it's always worth watching. And like even those who didn't make it to top 16 were really cool to watch during the restreams as well.
Yeah.
So one interesting thing we see for Gombill right now is he's going to DC early, because then he has bombs, which is easier to have like refill than RBAing all the time. Some hovers are just way better with juice as opposed to bombs, so he might.
Oh, fuck the tracker. I think RTA has 3.
Yeah, he has a token count on his stream, so if that one is
Oh
up to
yeah,
date,
that's nice. He has the count. And I don't think Gom will get anything. Did get anything in between.
He grabbed bugs in Lost Woods.
And he got the skull before, like in front of DC. Where's my window?
Yeah, but I don't think he got any skulls in Lost Woods, because he just had it right there from the box.
Nice. Okay.
Do you think he'll push the statue?
Well, he skipped bottom of the well skull, so maybe not. I think I would skip that one.
If you have a good impression of which skulls you want to get easily, like let's say you have like the major dungeons where you have like a rough count of what you grab,
I would just come back as adult for that skull. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you use, you can either keep the switch, like press down the switch there to get access to the staircase from above, or you can use a hover boost.
Yeah, I would press the switch now and then do all the DC skulls as adult.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I missed RTA getting a skull in Kokiri Forest.
So he got the soil spot one.
Yeah.
But he didn't enter Deku Tree, so maybe he wants to do a bomb hover up there later.
Yeah, it's interesting because for all those child skulls, I don't know if it's actually fast to get some with bombs, because all the setups we have are with juice.
Yeah, I mean, for the Kokiri, for the Deku Tree basement one, it's kind of simple to just either kill the skull or bomb hover up next to it. But then there are skulls which are kind of awkward to do.
That was... How did he grab the ledge there? Did he like backwalk off? Like Gombill after the mega flip?
Yeah. I think if you hold down during the mega flip, Link's hitbox will like land and then like immediately ledge grab if you don't land far in.
That's interesting.
Someone had that happen, I think it was in the playoffs as well, and then ran out of explosives or something. That might have actually been Gombill versus Alma in the short lockout. Alright. So yeah, I think it's good to get some of your preparation done early. What what RTA is doing is just collecting stuff on the way, which seems free.
Oh yeah, right. I did the hover. I totally forgot that. Yeah, I didn't have choose there, I think, and then I had to do bomb hover. Good old days.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I missed so many skulls again. Holy shit.
Oh, he was in Lost Woods to grab some after Kakiri Forest.
Yeah, those were the two.
Gombill almost burning his shield from the angry keys.
Yeah, this is really scary. And he only has... No, he doesn't have any nuts left. Rip. But I guess he can just save WoW after this.
Yeah, that's why it's also good to have access to Highland Shield. So if you're in Greater, or I mean, he doesn't need to get keys in GGG, but just like for a backup, Highland Shield is not too bad to get. So yeah, it's pretty cool that we see both players in DC. But yeah, if you think about it, bombs really pay off in a lot of places, and they aren't out of the way to get.
Yeah, it's for sure a good idea to get them early on. You want to go to DC anyway at some point.
So is there anything major you'd skip, like leaving out a full area, or...
I would forfeit right away, Kappa.
Next percent adult, please.
I think I would skip Water Temple. Well, maybe I would... Like, if I would have no idea where to get one skull, I would get one skull in Water Temple. But other than that...
Okay. Would you get Requiem as child?
I don't think it's worth to get CL or something, so I don't see why not. Like, you get,
Yeah, I mean, there are
get
just...
a few free skulls on the way.
Yeah. It's just like too many to skip out on. Like, you'd have to go for really slow strats. Spirit isn't too bad either.
Yeah, and you don't need the hookshot for a lot of strats. I don't know. Like, you might have to skip the skull behind the Song of Time block.
Yeah, I don't see them RBing some of the time.
Is there another way? Like, I know there's a boomerang strat, but that's banned even as adult.
I mean, there are different ways to get there in general, but it's not like you can't reach into it.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
Do we see the ledge cancel strat for the Death Mountain Trail skull? That would be cool.
Yeah, a hammer isn't useful for anything really.
Yo, maybe we see the hover for the Hyrule Field skull. That would be...
Oh boy. You have to hover to get over it, and then you have to hover to get to the skull again.
That would be really cool. Like, imagine you forget about the hover to the skull, and then you think, I have enough. explosives for this. You nail the hover, and then you sit there and you don't know how to get the skull.
And you just try to lure it down, but it doesn't move, it just rotates.
Yeah, and Gombill grabbing bomb back 30 here, that's an interesting choice.
I mean, it's... One thing is it restocks your explosive count, and you get a higher capacity, so if you fail a hover once, you don't have to abandon it immediately and get back to farm more, for example.
Yeah, and it's not that slow.
Yeah, I'd probably get it as well, just maybe a little later. But yeah, I think there are many viable routes which come close to each other. So you can go for different skulls in combinations without them being a bad choice at all.
By the way, skull counts on stream are just a guess.
Yeah, so I can't keep track of Gombill's count.
I think he left 2 skulls out in DC.
Both in the staircase room, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is he going back to bottom of the well after clearing out Kek?
Do bombs help, really?
Well, what I could see is maybe he said to himself, I need bombs anyway, and that will give me some time to think about bottom of the well. And he's back in Kek anyway, so...
Yeah, that's fair. It's cool how their routes are so similar at this point. They're both heading for similar areas at the same time, because it synergizes well with each other, and also time of day being good now.
Wait...
He'll... Yeah, okay. That's cool. Okay, so at first I thought he was going to dupe over nuts, but he was YOLOing the setup there.
I don't think it's too bad to do that as child. You can just do like overhead bomb drop, neutral backflip.
I think I used some sort of side up strat for it, but yeah, there are so many which are possible.
Yeah, like the neutral roll backflip one might be frame perfect, I'm not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure there is a child strat with a million frames.
I wish I knew how many frames my setup has.
Oh shit, is he doing a bomb power up there?
Yeah, so bomb power from the seam of, or like to the seam from Dampy's hut is like 4 or 5, I think, depending on your angle. But he wants a steady angle to be directly underneath the skull and not move anywhere. But that doesn't give him the maximum height from the top of the grave.
RTA is not doing... Or Or is this Bakaneko setup?
I don't remember the child. Okay, it seems like he's just trying to YOLO something, but he... I don't want to spoiler anything.
Let me say he fails this now.
Well, he gets the super slide.
Well, it's still a fail.
Yeah, so I think he just tries to yellow it somehow. Pretty much just get that child angle and then adjust the adult strat.
I think that might work. Like, do the adult setup, one ESS turn, and then like backflips and side ops are the same basically. Oh dang, so close.
Yeah, so what you can do is you don't need to get on top of the grave at all. You can just grab it somewhere.
You can then, like, you do an extra hover there, right? Or something like
yeah,
that.
Just release target before you release shield.
I think I've done that before.
It's easier with choose because you don't have to rely on a wall behind you.
Yeah, there's a pretty good setup with choose.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, if you screw up the shoot timing, you can still get a weird angle for the super slide. Oh, but then you can, like, do an angle to hover or a side flip hover, which fixes it for you. But with bombs, you have to do either a Kokiri hover or something which reduces Link's backflip. Like hover against the wall. Okay, Gombill with the pro strats.
Oh shit.
So Gombill got the skull? Or did it not work for him?
I haven't seen him collecting it. But I was watching RTA.
It's hard to keep track of everything at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have checked the crawling sound, but he doesn't stream with sound, I think.
Oh, he got it then. I guess I put a 9 here, which might be right, or maybe not. I hope this is still updating. Yeah, it is. Nice.
Okay, so we have something interesting here. RTA is heading towards a heart piece, which isn't part of the goal, but we might see him skip Tunic with the ferry.
Yeah, but it's 2018, you don't need 4 hearts if you want to skip a Tunic.
Well, you can still damage down to 1/16 from 4 hearts.
Yeah, and you can have infinite ferries as well.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be the easier way to go, because he's not getting any child trade item stuff. Man, it's funny if you're using a cuckoo to flow underneath the floor, and the cuckoo, like, projects a shadow from underneath. It looked pretty swag. Alright, so Gombill is stocking up on rupees.
Guess he might want the Hylian shield, and maybe he's going adult already.
I mean, he can still do Jabu and Deku as adult, of course, but I don't think it's like there are still a few skulls which you can get fairly freely. Like you don't have to do crazy stuff to get them.
Also,
maybe he has it figured out.
Oh no, he's okay. Maybe he's just grabbing the skull there. So RTA basically YOLO'd ledge cancel with a bomb.
Yeah, he got it second try, which was pretty swag. Oh no.
Gombill got another skull, yeah, but I don't know if Ninen was right. Like, I think he has more than 10 now. Gombill has 12. Okay, I'm gonna trust this because it sounds about right.
Yeah.
And that might be number 13 that he just got, so I'll just put that.
In before he keeps going and going and reaches beyond 50 because we miscounted.
Yeah, I don't even care. I just, like, if I end up with 120 skulls on my counter, then that's it.
Then both have one. But yeah, Jabu is really cool. He didn't waste a lot of bombs to get there, but he's down to 3 and there's no good way to farm bombs inside Jabu. So RTA will have to do more Beery hovers, or he'll skip out on the swag skull.
Yeah, but you can mega flip there, like you don't need many bombs in Jabu.
Yeah, but he didn't RVA choose either, did he? Or maybe he did?
Yeah, but you can mega flip with a bomb. Or you can do the glitchless strat.
Wait, I'm talking about the skull in the basement next to Big... Not the one next to Big Octo, but the one, like, above.
Oh!
So you can do a Chu Mega Flip from the wall out of a hover. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would just skip that shit.
Yeah. But 4 skulls as Child Without Boomerang aren't too bad if you're good at the hovers and you get lucky with Beery RNG.
So, what is Gombill doing? Please don't tell me he's getting ZL.
He's getting milk to RV more bombs.
Oh shit! Oh my god. That's so good.
I mean,
like it might actually work out in the end. Like, I like that. It's something different for at least.
okay, so this is going to be cool. RTA is doing...
Oh shit.
Like, it's... If you're coming up with cool shreds, this is the way to go.
And first you like this YOLO'd pot ISG already.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a skull count. We have a skull count from Gombill.
He's at 15. Okay. Oh, right. His night cycle didn't work out at all. So he got the egg. He could have gone for CL, but that, like, he doesn't need CL, and that would have overwritten his egg anyway. So that wasn't the way to go.
Now Gombill shows his skull count on the restream, which makes half of my layout obsolete. Like, first, he forces me to recrop his game feed, and now this. Come on.
That was yesterday. But it's cool that he shows the goal as well. So.
Yeah, that's cool. That too. He's not thinking about the fans. Ripper.
Well, he thought about the fans already when he spun the wheel.
That's true. At least he did that. Like, he saved me from having to use the countdown layout.
Right.
But this isn't much better, to be honest.
Well, it's fun, and the viewers appreciate the ghetto swag.
Actually, it's pretty good that this is not on speed gaming. Like, this is so hard to do without 2 extra people counting the skulls.
Yeah, well, if we were on speed gaming, we'd have like these Red Bull sponsored people helping us counting.
True.
They'd have professional equipment for counting. So in case someone crashes, they'd also have like the fallback number available.
Yeah, they're really professional.
So yeah, what do you think of getting milk?
I don't think it's good, but it might be. Like, it wouldn't be the first time Gombill proves me wrong. And it doesn't seem super slow if he gets... Like, he gets the Castle Skull on the way, he might get... Well, he can't really get London Skulls with this time of day, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure how much he like thought it would be good. He could use the time for something else, of course, like to route little, plan ahead, and so on. But it really screwed up his time of day because he wasted one night cycle waiting for the egg to hatch where he couldn't get any skull, and now it's early morning again. So the only thing which would work out in his favor is like maybe heading to Lake Halia afterwards.
Yeah, and he's getting bottle on B again. I mean, which is kind of obvious because he wants to RBA bombs.
Yeah, he can always RBA bombs and choose at the same time with 3 bottle slots.
Yeah,
that's all you
pretty
need.
cool.
Boxed for soil spot, milk for bombs, Poe for choose. I didn't expect to see this minigame today, but yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
It'll be hype anyway.
I was looking at old bingo versions earlier and was kind of surprised to see that half milk used to be a goal.
Oh yeah.
It was version 2 or something like that. And it was like the goal was still called London milk full and London milk half.
Yeah, I think that's what the inventory says. And yeah, Gombill is down on rupees, but he can just reload this area 2 more times and he should be fine. I don't know about the top room in the house as child. I know it has 11 rupees as adult, but not sure about child one. There should be a blue rupee at least. But yeah, bombs are really paying off here, because you can use them in so many things, in so many occasions, even in 100%.
The Hando strat is like the child 2 deco tree. I don't know if that's in VC as well. I think they are still doing adult deco tree. But the N64 strats here, they are so swag. Like, I don't even know how to come up with stuff like that.
Gombill, come on, you can do it!
Holy shit, that was last second.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how you had to try to hold back on that to not spoil everything.
Yeah. I just decided to not react with any emotion. Just leave it open whether he makes it or not. That was cool. Like, clutching it out. like a true hero. But yeah, now he can make full use of milk by doing half milk RBA, and then like he'll actually use all 31 bombs, because using one bomb will make it drop down to 30.
Dang. So you half milk RBA milk. That's pretty cool.
I've never done that in my whole life.
I'm not sure what he's doing right now though. Like, he's not adult yet. Oh dang, blinks the RNG for RTA.
It was cool when he was fighting the P-head. That's an enemy.
He still does, Cap. Like, his stream has way more delay for me. Let me try to reload that.
Gombill's timer is like 7 seconds ahead of RTA's for me.
Yeah, for me it's almost 10.
But I'm not sure if I'm up to date with the streams either.
So is it faster to hover out of London range instead of leaving and going around?
Considering he used an extra hover there because he was afraid of being low. I mean, he's stuck in the air, so he knew he had a certain minimum height already, but I can't see it being faster. Like, I timed it for all bottle rewards, and it was slower there, I think, unless you haste towards the location.
Yeah, but then you might as well has to the London range entrance and has in Hyrule Field.
Yeah, I mean, if you just walk to the London range entrance and has to through Hyrule Field and you're getting good angle, it's pretty much even. I timed it to be slower if you don't has at all, like only in Hyrule Field.
Yeah, time of day seems to work out better for RTA right now. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sure about what Gombill wants to do. Like, seems like he noticed it's kind of late for like getting both skulls in Lake Hylia at this point. So he's death warping back up to get the one there. Yeah, he has all the chews he needs, so he can either use chew hovers or bomb hovers here.
Yeah, so RTA has 25 skulls right now. So if he gets at least one in Gerudo Valley, then the two wasteland ones, he'll be at 28. Yeah, I think he'd go adult after Requiem. Yeah, I think that would be a good option. He still has the market skulls open, so he can go adult with 30.
Yeah, I think... Like, I don't know, I think for Adult Link you can grab a few dungeon skulls, like maybe we'll see some in Fire and in a few other places. I'm just not sure if focusing more on overworld stuff as child is better. Like, the adult section can provide...
Okay, so my confusion is still there. RTA has gotten his 4th heart piece now. And I don't know why. Like, the only thing where I could see heart pieces coming in handy is if you want to do Fire Temple as child. But why would you do that?
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. It's cool how many handshakes we get from both players, like being in the same areas at the same time.
Yeah.
Gombill is using a different strat, like he's starting the hover from further up the little wooden bridge.
There are
And
too
that
many
makes
strats for this.
Yeah, so if you're starting from lower, you don't have to cover as much distance, but your hovers need to give you more height. And for the one he's doing, he can do like later chew drops and still be fine. But if I have that many chews, I'd probably just hover against the wall.
Yeah. That's pretty safe.
But yeah, you also have to know and be aware of all these strats. Because there are so many videos you've watched once in your life and then you don't remember them when you actually need them.
Yeah, exactly. So for this skull, there are strats with like 6 chews with a hover against the wall, and then for the side flips, there are hovers with like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 chews or something like that.
Yeah, Vanek even has a 2-chew strat.
Oh yeah, that 2. Oh dang.
No one does that anymore. Or I guess you could do it if it's really clutch, but the one I use is like rather easy and allows for lenient chew drops, and I'm usually able to afford 4 chews for it. Then I don't need to worry about getting wrecked by the skull or whatsoever.
Yeah, my mindset is I pick this goal in team bingos only, and then if I have that goal, I have other child goals as well, and then I can just RBA choose. So I don't have to learn that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your only child goal that requires you to use bomb chews, then you can also go for the 6 chew strat, or 7 if you want to be super safe.
Yeah, I like to kill the skull before I do the hover. Which usually takes 2 or 3 chews because I can never remember the strat.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, RTA is really nailing it. Like, he's been very efficient with his time of day management.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
agree.
also...
Oh no. Ah, dang. Yeah, that was too much height. Good English. And RTA trying to grab my nemesis here. Nice.
Well, now it's gone. Nothing to worry about anymore. But yeah, it's really discouraging.
I'll do this.
Okay. So RT is going through Harrow Field again, not taking the Alto Castle. Is he going for Requiem?
I mean, with this time of day, the owl to castle would be pretty slow, I think.
Wouldn't it just be like day by the time he drops down?
Yeah, but the text is so long, I don't know.
Yeah, on English it is kinda annoying. But hessing through Harrow Field on VC isn't the easiest thing either.
Yeah, but he's confident with it, I guess, and then it's fine.
Yeah, sure. And it worked out for him, so that's good. So, no Requiem as child for him? Will he skip the owl? No owl skip.
Oh yeah, you can skip this one. True. That should work. That would be a 6 strat.
Yeah, we almost never see people getting Ice Tree and Crown Jumps with the same bomb. But yeah, the reason why I was inhaling sharply was because Gombill, I think he missed the hover again, or maybe I was completely confused.
I think he got it. Like his skull count
got it.
updated. So.
Oh, okay. That looked weird, like his backflip didn't seem to collect the skull. Oh, I think he got it. Like he backflipped after canceling the skull text. Okay, so Gombill didn't get any skulls in long range so far, and he hasn't been to Jabu or Deku yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jabu's child is worth.
You mean because it's free on the way to Ice Cavern?
But then again, Ice Cavern is also, like, they're not that easy, I guess.
Yeah. The skulls, which are far on top, are kind of weird, and there are rarely any normal walls. There's always the weird collision with stalactites and whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think it's nice to have there. Like maybe the one above the void, with the before the iron boots. That might be okay with the side flips.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that one. Like, does that crash on N64?
I don't think so. Like, there are two different void planes, basically, and there is a solid ground underneath the first one. It's basically like in what's it called in Death Mountain Crater. They can hover on N64 above the void. It's just out of bounds basically, and this is technically not out of bounds, I think.
Okay, that's fair. So, as RTA is going through the Masters Road cutscene, we have Gombill collecting Requiem's child. The Wasteland Skull doesn't pose any problem to him either. And yeah, I'm not really sure about Jabu's child. Like, the fountain has like the tree skull, which is almost free to get. But
Yeah,
that one
that's
is
true.
that one is nighttime only, I think.
I don't know. I
know
have
the
no
long
idea.
range. The long range one is also there at daytime, but the Keg tree skull isn't there at day. And for that one, it might be there during day actually.
I think we can look that up, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like some information there is also wrong, but CSR should cover it. Okay, so the tree one is there at day as well.
Okay. I missed the skull. Nice. Yeah. So that's something you don't really think about because you don't go there for that skull only, and the other one is night only.
Right.
So
but yeah, I'm not sure about like Jabu's child. It's always how desperate you are. There's also a cool hover strat to get the frozen waterfall Gold Scutula in the main as adult.
yeah, that shouldn't be too bad, I guess. Do you even need a hover, or can you just jump there?
I think the hover is to maintain your height, so you can jump back up again if you're heading to Fountain.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is sometimes killing stuff. Like if you have slingshot or bow, it's not as bad. But if you're lacking a lot of things, then it's rough.
Oh, we're doing RBA again. I guess.
Oh no!
Did he? I knew it. I knew it.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull back. It was just too hard. Okay, sorry Gombill, that wasn't meant in a bad way, but that looked really cool. Is he... Okay, I thought he was just like considering his decision here. He doesn't need Fox at this point, I think. He can just grab more in any other place if he wants to. And I don't think Naburu is worth talking to.
Nah, not at all. So, so fast to do that as adult.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine in most cases. It's really hard to think ahead of what the players will go for. So RTA is only lacking 19 skulls at this point. So there will be plenty of just overworld skulls he's getting. So he'll skip Sunsong, pretty sure.
So if he really wants to be a true legend, I want him to get the skull on the tree in Lake Hylia.
Oh man. There are pretty cool ways to get up there, like with just simple hover. Because hovers with hover boots aren't too bad, and you can always do easy 90-degree turns by unlocking the camera.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I came up with like a strat for it once, and it was quite efficient, but I didn't record it. And no, it's gone.
Rip.
Yeah, but Chris is bringing up an interesting point here. You can plant beans to collect some things. For example, in Lake Hylia, you can fly. Well, that doesn't make it easy to get to the tree unless you... Well, you can't damage boost because the bomb isn't sticking to... this is so awkward. You can probably come up with like a 2 damage boost if you time it properly.
I'm not sure about the trajectory of most beans. Like, I know the Lost Woods one isn't that helpful because we have so many setups to hover up that ledge anyway.
Right. It's... yeah, not too bad either. But yeah, it's just out of the way to buy beans sometimes. About the one in Wasteland, or rather Colossus, I'm not too sure if it's worth going for. Like, it shouldn't be that amazing. But you can collect, like if you do 000, you can collect both tokens easily. The other one can be done with the Steam Walk. So
yeah, or even with hookshot. Yeah, with hookshot. Nice.
I mean, I hope everybody can relate to how often the players think, yeah, I'll just use hookshot for that without like questioning it, because it's just such an integral part of our gameplay at this point. Like, it's second nature to have hookshot.
Oh my god. That was a pretty interesting thing to say.
boy, the sync. Well, actually, I'm not sure if for the restream.
I think it was kinda synced, yeah.
Okay.
But will RTA hover? I guess he will.
I'm excited.
Well, you know it already.
No, I'm excited to see that strat because I would probably not want to do that with hover boots. Without hover boots.
I think I've done it with side flips before.
Yeah, it's just covering the height there. I mean, he could just turn around and then...
Yeah, you can like hover from roof to roof.
Yeah, right.
Dang, the poor bomb. Okay, he got it. Still nice.
That was super cool. I liked how he casually collected it during the super slide. As if he knew that was going to happen.
You can also do a hookshot jump to get that skull capper. Like that was one of the first things I tested, like the most useless stuff. Hookshot jump to cack roofs.
Well, cack roofs are important for certain puzzles, right?
That is true, but that's not what I tested.
Well, not right away at least.
Well, actually you don't even have to go on a roof for that one. But it's pretty precise if you don't do that.
Oh yeah, I think you have a YouTube video uploaded for it.
Well, I used the roof. But Danny said it's possible without. And I know Bofrost came pretty close to doing it without the roof.
That's cool.
I missed the
Well, yeah,
skull
so-
again.
Oh, we see Gombill, he actually tricked Mido into thinking he has a sword, while he clearly only had a bottle. Yeah, Mido is not the smartest one, so it's fine.
Yeah, I had no idea that works, to be honest. Never thought about it. But I guess in the menu the cookie restart is still highlighted.
Yeah, I think it's the highlighted icon, which is important, because if you go back in time and never collect the sword in Child 1, you have it highlighted. And I think you can talk to Mido and it still works.
Yeah, I just did that in a bingo. Like, I didn't go to Deco Tree, but I skipped the sword in Child 1. And then I wanted to get the market skull. Bonked the box, and then I realized I have nothing to kill the skull.
Why didn't you use pots?
Oh shit! That would have been cool.
To be honest, if you've never done it before, the spacing is a little weird.
Yeah, but there are a few pots, so you can try a few times.
Yeah, I'm sure you can adapt within like 5 pots. Still swag. So at this point, I don't know how many skulls RTA wants to grab inside Shadow Temple. But I think only 3 of them are easy. Like, he needs CL for another one to ride the boat, but it's like such a hassle to work around, and he can't weird shot without either.
But we have seen strats for Shadow Skulls without hookshot already.
Yeah, there was another wheel spun back then.
So this dungeon is basically solved.
Right.
Why is everything buffering?
Yeah, but the shreds are really cool, so it's always nice to watch, and we're having trial decu action at the same time as well.
I guess RTA didn't watch that race. So what you can do instead of the single hover is just ground jump up to the token. And the same is what you can do in the room with the spikes.
Oh yeah, right. You can also jump slash out of a ground jump if a ground jump itself doesn't make it, but I think the height difference is legible.
Yeah, like they're right above ground.
So we see him safe warping, which is kind of awkward considering he could just void out.
Yeah, true. But if you don't know all those bingo routes, you might not think about it.
Yeah, that's fair. But he has like a lot of knowledge in that case, so it's, yeah, maybe just like thinking ahead, you forget these little details. Alright, so I'm wondering if Gombill will go adult soon as well, or if he'll just like do the cleanup of the areas he hasn't been to yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. I think he still is lacking the Lost Wood Skulls, and he can also grab the River Skull pretty quick, which should put him at 28. And yeah, RTA went adult with 31 skulls, so I think that would be fine to go adult right away now.
Yeah, what I'm not too sure about is if he wants to like get another cycle down for maybe Lana Randish or something else. Like he can still figure out a few things to squeeze in, but I'm not sure how much time of day he has left.
Oh, he knows that strat. Backflip from the chest. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I was so surprised when both Danny and Marco just did that without thinking about it, basically.
Yeah, there are lots of like neat little optimizations some people do. Some of that is like from Beta Quest, and other stuff is from like, I don't know, restriction races or fun things they've tested in their spare time. The alignment RT is doing is usually working with a different type of slash. Okay, yeah, he adjusted. So he doesn't get a different angle, that, which is pretty cool. Do you think he didn't go for the fourth skull just because he didn't want to deal with the moving platform?
I can't imagine that, but maybe.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're seeing Sunsong now. after
That's kind of
35
surprising.
skulls.
Yeah, so one problem is that it's always like almost all overworld skulls as adult are night only. The one in Deathmount Trail in the bottom near Keg is the one he got as child already. And then there are very few exceptions, like Wasteland. The Ganon's Castle one automatically like sets time of day. And other things like the Lake Hylia lab will be skipped by him completely.
Yeah, basically forced. Don't really want to get bomb juice on B in this race.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a bad skull to go for if you have so many other ones to grab. Yeah, some skulls are really annoying to get. Like imagine in Grota Fortress, the one in the shooting gallery. Or horseback archery or other.
Yeah, I made a tutorial for that today. How to get up there.
That's cool.
Like, try every initial position until you make it.
Alright. Nice.
Okay,
So yeah, I think...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Who's going ahead now, Ripper?
I said go ahead first, so it's your turn.
Okay. I wanted to say Gombill is going for Jabu, and that's already it.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll probably be hard to do this child only. Like, you have to go for lots of weird shreds or skulls, and that's not something you want to YOLO in a race, pretty much.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
If you do some sort of like race revision, that's fine. But other than that, it's really awkward.
Unless you're up Psymoth, then you just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt him nailing that, but it's just like, how fast would he be?
He doesn't care.
He's playing for the fans.
If he was playing for the fans, he would go adult Kappa.
Please.
No, but seriously, like when his ping was always so hype.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I mean, it's not that hype anymore because I think he has done every goal at least once now, so he doesn't have to learn anything new. But it's still cool to see.
Well, improving execution is also hype, so not struggling at one part for too long.
That was interesting.
Gombill.
Rip. Don't even know if you can survive the jump with rolling, but you can jump into the water.
Yeah, right.
I didn't adjust the skull counter for a while. That's so hard.
Yeah, it seems like RTAs is on track right now.
He got the Blinksy drop there. Dang.
I got so lucky once there as well. I was just talking about it, that it's pretty rare, but it doesn't waste much time going for it. And then I got it right away. I was like, oh my god. Instant karma for advertising poor Textite kill. Okay, so this is going to be interesting for Gombill.
Dang, is he? Oh my god. It's getting ISG.
Yeah, this is really scary if you get unlucky.
You're like, it's when the berries are coming.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it.
I guess you can lure them away before you start.
Yeah, but it's kinda scary.
They're coming closer.
Oh boy. That means he could unlock his camera and do his wax strike. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. The problem is always, like, if they're approaching you, kind of don't want them to softlock you or knock you out. So you either have to kill them or...
Yeah, I think killing them is the best option.
Yeah, I mean, he has bombs, so he doesn't need them for anything in particular. It's still annoying. I think berries are like the #1 reason why nobody does Jabu Skulls his Child without Boomerang.
Well, I think the #1 reason is that Jabu's adult is meta now.
Yeah, I mean, it would only be worth it for child-only bingos which don't have any other skull collection goals, I guess. Oh. Sorry for the spoilers.
Oh! That reminds me of Danny's video. Like, he has done an even longer damage booster, and then he even did a true damage boost in the end.
From the top?
In this room, I'm not sure. I think
okay.
like from the same position probably. That was pretty cool.
But yeah, what's also pretty cool is if you're watching RTA stream right now.
Oh yeah, it's happening. That's what I was predicting earlier.
It's sometimes annoying to get these setups with bombs, like if you just have to YOLO the timing. I don't know, I think with good setups it's a 2-frame window.
Yeah, but he has 5 Chu, so I think this is something where you might waste a Chu.
Yeah. He got it with a bomb, luckily.
And it's also kinda weird sometimes how the camera behaves, but there are ways to make the camera like have a nice angle so you can see where you're going.
I feel like ledge cancel hasn't been put to its full potential either. But yeah, you're right. Should investigate more. But it's like, who wants to optimize these types of things? Like, if people erased this more often, these strats wouldn't be considered as obscure anymore.
Yeah, I think for ledge cancel, like what I always do is I keep holding target, and then I release target while I walk forward, and then usually I have at least a camera that makes me go forward when I hold up.
Oh, okay, I see. That's a scary hover for RTA.
Yeah, I think there are better setups for this. Like, I don't think you need like inverted camera for this. I think it was used in 100% no source requirement, because if you have the normal camera angle, then like it's way laggier in this area.
Alright, I see. But that's just because they dupe it multiple times.
Yeah. I think on GameCube you can even do like 99 or so.
Yeah.
On VC, I'm not even sure. I think like between 60 and 70.
Yeah, but for like
Oh dang,
general...
he gets wrecked again.
He got wrecked like multiple times. When I was saying that's a scary hover, RTA was doing was actually like sharply inhaling because moved into the tentacle again, and I didn't want to spoil it.
Dang.
Yeah, so...
But Gombill can heal up by equip swapping milk.
over his duped over child trade item slot. Oh, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. Like, this is a skull, like, if you don't get it right away, it seems like so easy to get. Like, you can also set up a hover in a different direction, like hovering parallel to the wall instead, for example.
Yeah.
But I think most people just abandon the skull and get something else instead. But yeah, RTA is actually getting close to 50. Like, there are a few skulls he still has to get. He's on a good way.
Yeah, RTA didn't really struggle with anything for a long time or so. Gombill having problems here and also earlier in Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard. Like, you know you can do a certain strat and you know it works, but then you're just like failing it, and then it's like, do I stick with it? Do I commit to something different? But you feel bad for giving up, so yeah, you might as well try to learn it for next time. And I mean, he probably has an idea of where RTA might be. That he is like a little behind.
Oh, that was easy.
There are some really awkward ways to achieve some things. Like, if we like try to make something a bingo goal, and people will try to optimize it, it's pretty much the way to go.
Yeah. 14 water temple keys. Let's go.
Well, nobody wanted to make that a bingo goal, but it was just a fun thing. And I'm not even sure if it's optimized. But yeah, I find it kind of awkward that he just didn't want to equip hover boots to get on top of the house in Kokiri Forest.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Yes, hover boots.
Maybe he's just in that restriction mindset.
Yeah, that's... Sometimes it's... Like, it's... You get iron boots, then you play Serenade to enter water, and then you go for super slide teleport or ledge clip. But you could just open the door.
Yeah, I think everybody has like their preferences in one way or another. So Gombill is facing a really hard decision right now.
Can't you like roll backwards without unlocking your camera?
Yeah, I think you hold in one of the angles which you use to turn 180, for example, during like after unlocking a camera.
Yeah.
Then you have hold neutral until he isn't walking forward anymore, and then you hold, I don't know, like straight down or a diagonal down.
Yeah, I think that's what would be good in that situation. Pull out a stick and then roll.
Oh yeah, you can also flick in some way that you like kinda turn around and get an active hitbox, or maybe just hold something like up, right, and then do a normal roll, because that also has.
Oh
like,
yeah, right. You
an
can
active-
just do a normal roll. That's true.
Okay, we see RTA going. Or maybe not.
We're grabbing more heart pieces. That's like a big question. What's up with that fourth heart? Like he
Maybe.
gained it down, so he has 3 again. This is pretty weird.
Maybe. I don't even know. Does he have a ferry?
I don't think so, but you can grab one here. It's not super fast, but...
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm not even sure.
we are at 4 hearts again.
Yeah. But I'm not even sure like which places he wants to go still. Like some areas are just not very convenient for hovering. For example, like Grotto Valley. You can hover there, but it's kinda slow. So maybe you decide to go for more skulls in Fire Temple. I think 2 are super fast to get.
Yeah, 2 are
And-
pretty easy, and I feel like hovering up is also not too bad.
But then you'd have 5 pretty much, because you can jump down after hovering up and get the one below
Yeah.
as well.
True. Like 5 should be pretty doable without hookshot, I think. You just have to find a way to kill the one where you jump down. Basically.
Yeah, I just realized like you have to make it there, either like by hovering or go back up again afterwards. Like you usually use hookshot to collect it, otherwise you'd have to jump down to collect it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you can... There has to be some way to kill it with a chew.
Yeah,
It's
but like,
just a
for
matter of
example,
finding out how.
Right. You could probably kill it with a certain item.
I guess
Maybe
it shouldn't be
that's-
too hard with bombs. Like throw a bomb
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. But maybe like a backflip, shield drop hover with hover boots would kill it. Then you could do like a side hop hover to collect the token and stay midair.
Yeah, but it's kind of risky because you don't know if it works.
Yeah.
Unless you
like,
have
you'll-
emulator open and try it before.
Try it at the same time. But yeah, on a timer, I wouldn't want to like go up and down all the time. But it seems like he's collecting the keys to go up there.
Yeah, and Gombill... Why is he getting that skull first? I don't like that. But yeah, going to the grotto helps. Gombill will be... He has so many skulls already as child, like... Does he maybe go for old child? I can't
He's-
really see it now, but...
Yeah, I think the problem is, like, he has to do some sort of cleanup shred otherwise. Like, if he wants to go child only, he has to backtrack for a lot of things. Like, he has to enter Spirit again. He has to make it to Jabu again. Maybe even go to Ice Cavern. But I wouldn't even want to go to Ice Cavern child. With Boomerang, it's fine. But if you don't know a good setup, you have to do so many angle changes and recovery backup options. Did RTA forget a ferry?
I guess. Not even doing the low percent ledge hanging strats here.
Yeah, I mean, they're good for preserving the timer throughout. But I think he's just heading for Darunia bombs and ferries instead. Okay, he just mentions it in his chat as well. What was the last low percent category he ran? Low percent all dungeons?
RTA? I don't know if he has done any of those. But there's nothing that you can't find out.
Well, it's kind of crazy to keep track of that if it's not in his bio or something.
Well, speedrun.com knows everything. Except if it's mentioned on GDQ stream, then it knows nothing anymore. He did low percent all dungeons, that is true. He did low percent, like normal low percent, and that's it.
Okay.
He's on so many categories, holy shit. I knew
Yeah,
he had
that's
many, but he has, oh my god.
That's why he's so versatile and knows so many different strats, because he prepared for so many things. And a lot of these categories are not having the same content. Like if you compare all dungeons and MST, you have a lot of overlapping things. But if you compare something like, I don't know, low percent all dungeons with 37 water keys or all chests, you have like almost no overlaps in terms of strats used.
Yeah, and he also has done restriction races.
Yeah, that's like on top of it. Like my cats has done a lot of them, RTA has done a lot of them, and there are always like these experienced players like what the hell, or others who are really excelling in these races. But I think that's why RTA is such a beast in OCS as well. There's a lot of these.
I think he would be really good if he would do bingos on a regular basis. Like the one he did against Juke, his route wasn't good at all, but his time was still pretty solid. Like if he would knew how to do goals, certain goals, and how to pick rows, he would be so good.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm not sure if Gombill would want to do, like, imagine this was a best of 5, and it would come down to like a second counter pick. Would you want to do bingo against RTA? Like if he randomly pulls off a 118?
I think it, like, for me it would probably be the best option still. But Gombill has countdown, so doesn't need that. Guess we're soon finding out if RTA will go for that. I don't see why not.
And we will soon find out if Gombill will go adult or not.
I mean, he is cleaning up DC as child right now. Why would he do that?
I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't kept track of all the skulls he got. Like, he didn't leave out that many to grab his child now, so he'd have to do more dungeon stuff. Like, you can hover into forest and collect stuff there, for example.
Alright, so RTA going around, I think. You know it already. Yeah, he is going around.
Yeah, he probably knows that it's hard to get back from collecting the Skulltula token at the top of the tower. So this doesn't waste much time.
There's an interesting strat. Like, you can long shot, weird shot from the lower small key chest to the upper one. And then you can mega flip out of that, but I haven't found any consistent strat for it. There was someone in the chat who said it's possible, and then I tried it. But I couldn't, like, the long shot weird shot is okay, but the mega flip out is kind of weird.
So you clip through the bars?
Yeah, exactly. But if you know that you have to go back and you have long shot, you can just open the gate, and then it's super easy.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Imagine what the players would give to just have long shot for maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, then I would get all the warp songs. I would get FW. I would go to Forest, set FW there, that's a free skull afterwards.
Wow.
Well, that's probably not even worth, I guess. It's pretty easy to hover into Forest. So it might be better to hover into Forest and clear the cutscene before you get long shot. Because you can get skulls so fast there. Okay, that seems easy, yeah, it is. Yeah, I think jumping into the skull is even the optimal way for 5 fire skulls, right? And then you do this recoil.
Oh, yeah, it's faster on MU, it's roughly equal. Like, you need to get a solid recoil. Like, I think he used a little setup for it. Maybe it's... Like, on MU it might be faster to just safe warp and get a good... Like, the problem is you don't aggro the keys this way. So it won't wreck you if you just turn right so the camera doesn't load it as long. If you respawn...
missing out on some swag right now. On Gombill's stream.
Yeah. L1 range is too cool.
Dang.
So yeah, there's a reason, like, even if you know the shreds, the bomb shreds are annoying because you have the Gwei respawn. And if you know the Chu shreds and do it Chu only, you have to rely on either Chu ISG on top of the fence, or the alternative is getting it from a Gwei, but then they need to be at a good cycle so they're in reach for Navi.
Yeah. And I think Navi ISG is used somewhere else, right? So you can't do that.
You use Navi ISG to hover on top of the first grade onto the roof.
Wait, did he accidentally hover out?
He was above there, and I think his angle wasn't right. Like he
targeted the Gwei. I saw him target the Gwei.
Then he locked the camera at a weird angle, and I was like, that can't be happening. I'm not sure what Gombill is going for right now, but we have RTA heading towards Gerudo Valley, maybe? He's at 48 skulls, so he's close to finishing.
Like what would be really easy is like the Gerudo Valley skull near the tent. Then ignore the other one and then get the fortress one. I guess you can jump there as well.
Yeah, you can go above.
Yeah,
Like,
kill it with a bomb as
the
well,
fire.
and then basically like the fire one. That would be my idea.
Right, yeah.
Or even just get that one and Wasteland if you don't want to bomb hover. Saving those explosives for after the race.
He hasn't been to Wasteland at all. Like, he doesn't have Requiem either. Oh, that looks cool. So we have Gombill heading for bottom of the well 2.
Oh right, he has the 3 skulls there, holy shit.
And we had RTA dropping a bomb, a rock, when playing Ocarina, so he had rock face, no space.
Almost as good as Horse Face.
Almost.
So, remembering the Skulltula hunt from the first year OCS, I think the idea was to prevent child only by making the skull count 60 instead of 50.
Yeah.
How much does Boomerang change there anyway?
Some skulls are kind of inconvenient, and like especially the dungeon ones, like in Forest Temple, Jabu. Well, Jabu is borderline, but for other dungeons, like Shadow, it might be an option. Spirit. Well, Spirit is roughest child anyway. It doesn't change that much, Boomerang there. It's just like, it's usually slower to have to hover everywhere.
Yeah.
But in this case, you have to hover anyway. But I didn't do a count on the fly, but we're getting really close to time, I think.
Yeah. RTA should be done in a second, basically. Oh wait, he's jumping there. That's a slight mistake in my opinion, but it works.
Well, he's doing a nice strat to recover.
Oh dang, he has his shoes, like, that's completely free.
Yeah, I was actually wondering like if his distance was fine or not.
And there we go, RTA won with a 149.20.
GG. That was actually sick.
That was very solid execution.
Yeah, so he just confirms that he's at 50 skulls. And
Nice.
his routing was really good as well. I'm just not sure, like, if you go for Sunsong, maybe you want to do this child already. But it was, like, solid routing. The overworld movement synergized well with his decisions to go to certain places.
Yeah, like, he didn't really have problems with day-night cycles.
Yeah, he played it, I think, 3 or 4 times as a adult. Adult Link is, yeah, kind of restricted, but with some warp songs it isn't too bad either. So yeah, we have Gombill continuing to finish it up as well. yeah, props to Gombill for spinning the wheel and sticking through with this
Yeah.
fun challenge.
This was really fun to watch.
It's also amazing.
Still going strong.
Yeah, coming up with cool strats. Just like, when do you see bombs in bottom of the well, for example?
Well, in Hando, I guess. But you wouldn't really use them because you have Boomerang as well.
Okay, yeah, well, when you say 100%, I always think of like bottom of the well in Child 1, but yeah, that's just different routing for me.
Yeah, it might be split in the VC route as well, like 2-trip.
Yeah, like
No one knows.
I never finished my paste spin. Okay, so which skulls will Gombill go for at this point, besides the ones here?
Like, what is he missing? He might go back to Spirit for... I guess 2 are super easy.
There should be a distance mega flip for the one in the statue main room, I think.
I guess. And then I'm not sure about going to the adult side. That might work as well.
Wait. There's only one in the adult side.
Yeah, but the Song of Time block shouldn't be there as child.
It is there as
It is
child,
there?
if I remember correctly. Because this is a shared...
That doesn't make any
dungeon.
sense.
Yeah, so usually they alternate between adult and child if the game doesn't expect you to be there as child. But I think some of the flags are weird. So the Song of Time blocks in Spirit are the same as child and adult, I think.
Okay, so RTA booting up some cheat codes. That might also be interesting.
Do we want to invite RTA for our interview, or will that be later? I don't know how long Gombill wants to...
Yeah,
how long Gombill takes.
I don't know either.
So it seems like he's trying to... like RTA is trying to figure out how to do this.
I mean, the last time I think Gombill also joined an interview while he still was playing.
Oh boy, when he was commentating for the restream, that was the best part in his all dungeons race. Like in...
Yeah, that was so cool. Like when he started, this is basically a bingo roll.
Yeah, but I think he was on a restream with his game audio and voice. That was really swag.
Yeah.
I still have no idea where he's heading to right now. Like, will he grab Golden Scale and go to Source Domain?
Hey guys.
Hey there.
Hey.
Congratulations on your win, RT.
Thanks.
So, what do you guys think about this goal?
It was a pretty nice goal.
Yeah, I was actually surprised this wasn't already in the OCS.
Okay, yeah.
It would have been very similar to some goals that already existed.
Yeah, I think we had like the second race with Dungeon Mice Monsters, which had 3 dungeon skulls, and we had like the restricted race where you get punished with 5 extra skulls for the item. And then there was like in the first season the collect 60 skulls one, so I could see them not trying to go too heavy on it.
So, Gombill, you seem to be doing it all, like all child.
Yes.
Was that your plan from the beginning?
Maybe not directly from the beginning, but I'd say by the time I left the forest and was headed for Kakariko, I pretty much decided I was going to.
Ah, interesting.
I knew there were going to be enough of them. It was just a matter of whether I'd be able to reach them. And I thought it would be better than wasting 10 minutes going adult. I couldn't really think of very many skulls that were even easy as adult. Like, most of the easy adult skulls involve the hookshot anyways. So it seemed like I could just get hard adult skulls or hard child skulls.
Yeah, fair enough.
How did you guys decide on whether you wanted to go for more overworld or more dungeon focus, or how did you find the balance you decided on?
Normal. Kind of hard to say, but I think I was like counting how many skulltulas I could get in each dungeon.
I was basically just recording every child skull I could think of. And I basically got like almost all of them.
Yeah, the ones in Hurl Field are pain to get. And yeah, I mean, you're heading to Spirit right now.
Yeah.
Did you consider?
What's
Did any of you? Did any of you consider going to Forest Temple?
I considered it. If I had to get a few more skulls, then probably they would come from Forest Temple.
I was actually thinking about going to Forest. Get like 4 skulltulas there.
Okay. Oh, it's like you got, I think, all 5 skulls in Fire Temple, but if you wrong warp, you have to like get all the way to Hammer, which is kind of rough.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I knew about the thing that if you have to just jump down to get the last one, so that's why I didn't do the Forest wrong warp.
Yeah,
I think only needed 2 after fire, so I'd go for some overworld.
Yeah, I think you would have been fine with hovering into Forest Temple as well, because skip minuet as usual. Like, that's not too far out of the way.
True.
But yeah, it's fine. Like, it worked out for you, and you didn't have to farm for skulls in the end, which were super hard to get. Deciding to go to the Gerudo area was good, even if you didn't do it as a child.
What did you think about my milk bottle?
I'm not sure if you've listened to any of the commentary.
No.
I was wondering, like, when you
my God.
collected the... what was that? Oh yeah, you got the weird egg, and then we were like, he's not going to dupe over that with anything. Oh dang, that sucks. Good thing there are chests over here. But yeah, I was very surprised that you went for it, but I thought there's no way you're going for CL, because that only benefits one Shadow Skull, and I guess it makes the ones in Water Temple better, but you don't want Water Temple skulls anyway. But yeah, the minigame was hype, because you
that was so clutch.
Game.
But yeah, it's hard to tell. Like, if you decide to go for child only, then I think it's paying off because you're doing more crazy hovers, so to speak. Then you don't have to rely on having grass nearby to farm bombs. I definitely agree that the 30 bomb bag was a good decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like it loses time. I think it's the same with Sunsong. If you go for it early, it's paying off. Otherwise, it's probably like breaking even depending on how you route.
Yeah, I was supposed to get it as child, but set up for the child super slide teleport.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, there is a nice setup with shoes. Don't
Yeah,
really
I know
bomb
two,
strats.
but not with the bombs. 2-1 is easy.
Nice, I can't do this room. How do I... Let's see, how do I do the thing?
Don't die. It's probably too late already with the stream delay. So, for me, the highlight was your damage boost in Jawu, Gombill.
Yeah, so that's super trolly because if you're working around like the other strats, if you like do the hovers with the Beery stuff, that's really awkward because you have to be precise to not get wrecked there.
Yeah.
And another problem is that you hover up, and if you use the shield, Link's hitbox extends forward as well. So yeah, it's just getting worse and worse. Like, don't always have an easy time with these things. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have you in an interview while you're still going strong with the gameplay.
I wouldn't call it strong, but I'm still going in any case. The other rupee, where is it? It's behind the torch. I should be done in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're good to go. Take your time.
There's some
Yeah, how
strats we
hard-
haven't seen in a while.
Oh yeah, that as well. But how hard was it to keep track of every area you've visited and
Me?
which spells are fast? And yeah,
I made a
maybe
list
also-
right from the start and I've been crossing it off.
Okay, that's a good.
I used the list too.
Yeah, because like there are tools to work around with that, but it's hard to set them up in time, and you want
I
to
tried
think
to find the skull counter from the OCS race last season, and I couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it either because we wanted to have like one counter set up for each of you to show on stream, but then Skara came up with other strats, and everybody was happy that the layout looked more ghetto that way.
I didn't update it, by the way, in like 15 minutes.
Well, that's fine. It was nice that both of you updated your counts individually on a regular basis.
Yeah, at the beginning I was totally lost.
I was pretty happy with my play other than a few skulls that I wasted a lot of time on.
Yeah, we talked about like it being hard to commit to something every now and then, and you don't want to give it up because you know you can get it and you're so close to it.
And I knew that I was going to be really tight on skulls in this route too, so if I didn't get one, then it was going to be another one that was really difficult that I'd have to get in its place.
Yeah, I think Ice Cavern and Water Temples are two areas which you definitely want to skip out on as a child.
Yeah, Ice Cavern, definitely. And water, like, I guess there is a certain person who would go for that.
GG. I don't like Water Temple without Hookshot, to be honest.
I don't like anything as a child.
Alright. But yeah, that's still a solid time, Gombill. Maybe you want to participate in the next race when the Bing Bros come together and do 100 skulls without Hookshot, Longshot, or Boomerang again.
No thanks.
But yeah, I mean,
Wouldn't you have to
that's-
be a bomb juice?
No, you can... Wait, how do you do that one?
Laboratory one.
I think they had a way to do it without setting up kitty capers. But I don't remember actually how they did it.
Try
was
to get
wondering.
a item board so you could get the ISG and do some weird dive laboratory, but didn't work out.
Yeah. The problem is, like, how do you dive without like hovering or anything, because you can't backflip.
Yeah, that place is so weird. The lab. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd have to think about that before going at that again. But yeah, there was a great race.
It seems like pretty much everyone assumes that it was going to be Countdown.
Yes, I set up the layout. What the hell? It's probably set up the room.
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to go something like spinning the wheel or short lockout, and to be honest, because you said
if I wanted to win this race, I probably would have chosen Countdown. But I knew that there was no chance whatsoever that I would win the third race as RTA. So this was just for fun anyways, and I thought it would be the most fun if it was a wheel, because everyone loves the wheel.
That is true.
yeah, and I mean you still have a decent chance of beating others.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to show.
I was deciding between that and short lockout.
Okay.
I'm also very grateful because, like, even if I updated my layout, it's still pretty bad for Countdown.
So anyways, thanks for the race, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here for the commentary. Good job to both of you for being great racers and pulling through with everything.
Yeah, this was really entertaining.
Well, I'm glad it was that.
Yep.
Alright, and good job to you again, RTA. Congrats on advancing to the next round.
I think that would have been
Very
pretty
much.
sick if it was Cymarth getting in my place and getting this goal.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like,
You'll pick it up as a fun thing later.
I think he would have done this, definitely old child as well. Like the 60 skull one, he didn't do old child with this. Like,
There's still a few
especially-
skulls that I could get if I needed to. Like, I could still go to the Forest Temple. I could get one more skull in Spirit. I could go back and get the skull in Lon Lon Ranch. After that, it's pretty difficult to think of more. I guess I could do Shadow Temple.
Yeah, then stuff is getting really crazy, and that's not much fun in that point. Alright, but I guess we'll cover up everything as well, and then hope someone will do cool recaps of everything.
Yeah.
Was it Was it reasonably close the whole time, or did he have like a 10 skull lead on me most of the time?
You were rather close at the beginning.
Yeah. And then in the middle part, you seem super far behind, but in the end it was closer again.
Yeah, I wondered if it would look that way because there were a lot of really easy skulls that I left for a while because I knew they'd be better later in my route.
Yeah, like bottom of the weather.
And also the milk detour. Like, it paid off for the longer harvest you had to do in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ended up... How many times did I RBA for bombs? Like...
4
I feel like I did it
times,
about
maybe?
10 times.
it was a lot, actually. Yeah, so... yeah, I don't remember. Well, oh, yeah, right, you did it more than once in Jabu, I think.
Yeah, I did it twice in Jabu.
Yeah.
That would have been so frustrating to have to return to places and after getting more bombs.
Yeah, or doing everything with 2 hours only can also be frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hovering against the wall is not the easiest or the fastest thing to do. But yeah,
Anyways, thanks you guys. Thanks for the commentary.
Nice and clutch decision making.
I'll still be watching. Maybe I'll jump in the commentary sometime.
Yeah, that
That
would be cool.
dope.
Since I'm out. And I guess I'll take off for now. So see you guys.
See ya.
Thanks. Yeah, I guess we're wrapping up as well.
Yeah, I guess the usual thing we ask is to your next match, RT. I'm not sure if you've looked at the bracket.
I haven't looked at the bracket yet.
Okay, because it isn't determined anyway. But yeah, we'll see. Well, that just for spoilering it, it'll be the loser between Top and me, and we'll probably do our match starting this week.
That will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, do you have any preferences?
Not really.
Okay.
It was really fun race.
Alright, yeah, so I guess we won't crack this out any longer.
I could be here all night.
Well, at least you don't have to sit through all the cutscenes for another round of, I don't know, whatever your counterfig would have been.
Oh yeah.
So, that's some time safe.
Yeah, I could have seen Gombill go for MSG, and he only has English. So that's like I said before the race already. Like if it's 2 races, I can't do the second one.
I practiced trials and wrong word.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Just in case.
Alright, it's good to see that you're prepared for everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really showed off.
Yeah, I was actually prepared for something like this season. Like, I had some kind of knowledge, like what gold school class I could get without hookshot or boomerang.
Yeah, that helps. You also did quite a few restriction races, I think, and that knowledge always helps in challenges like this.
True.
So I'm looking at the schedule. I don't think there's anything to announce yet.
There will be a lot more matches scheduled soon because people are getting back from HDQ, some other things have been settled, and
Yeah,
the hype is building up back again.
exactly. And I think Ama and Juke said they want to schedule pretty soon, and yeah, I guess you and Tom as well. So things will get rolling again, and
Yeah.
we'll keep you guys updated about that. So,
Yeah.
any closing words?
For the commentary and yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So, I guess that's it then. Thanks everyone for watching.
Props.
Yeah.
Props to you for taking care of the restream and also doing cool commentary while fixing all the counters and everything.
that was really professional. So yeah, thanks to Gombill and RTA for this entertaining race, and thanks to you as well for joining. And I think
Alright.
I will host Runner Guy, who is restreaming some AGDQ action. So yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next races.
See you around.
Right, I'll be off now.
Take care.